Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be going through the tutorial on TI Inspire CX2 cash calculator, and we'll be going through one of the questions on Math Methods Cambridge Unit 3 and 4, Exercise 1C question 16. So yeah, today we'll be going through the piecewise function on the cash calculator. So let's get started. So what I'll do is I'll bring up my calculator screen here. So here I've got this fresh new page on the scratch pad. And so if let's say you're on the screen here, what you can do is you can press this button here underneath the exe. So what it will do is it will quickly switch over to the graphing page like so. And then what you want to do is you just want to double click the blank page. So when I say double click, just double press on the middle button here. So like that. And then once you double click that, you can see the function of X pops up. And what you want to do next is you want to press this button here next to the book icon. So you press that. And once you do that, then a list of function will pop up. So what you want to choose next is you want to move your cursor. So you can move the cursor by lightly just scrolling through that arrow pad there until you reach this one here. So where my cursor is pointing at the moment, which is a curve bracket and the three squares. So you can see there. So curve bracket, three squares, comma, three squares. So double click that. So that's basically the piecewise function. And then this will pop up. And then what you want to do is you just select three. So, and you just press OK. And then once you do that, you just need to simply type in the functions. So in this case, we have gx is negative x minus 2. So I'll just quickly share my screen again on the question that we're working on. So we've got negative x minus 2. So we'll just quickly type that in, negative x minus 2. And with the conditions of the domain, you just need to put x. And then for the less than sign, so I'll bring up my screen again. Okay, so for with that less than sign, you have to first press the control and then press the equal sign. So press control, press equal sign, then this list will pop up. And then you just need to select the less than and press the middle button to enter. And then there you have it. You've got the less than condition. And then we just keep going. So bring up the question again so it's easy to see. Okay, so then, yep, in this case, so we just need to keep going with the question. So we've got negative x minus 2, x is less than negative 1. And then the next one is, so with the fraction, you can press the icon next to the book again, and then just scroll over to the fraction, which is the first option. And then you just do x minus 1 divided by 2. And then you put negative 1. And then with the less than equal sign, so you press control equal again. And then you choose less than equal. And you put x. And then control equal again. Put less than. And then put number 1. And for the last one there is 3x minus 3. And then if you leave the last condition blank, so I'll quickly show my calculator here. So if you leave the last condition blank there and you just simply press enter, it will still work. So what the calculator will do is it will just make that into an else statement, meaning that it will be x bigger than equals to 1. So whatever the remaining x domain is, so it will still work. So once you press enter, so this function will pop up. So let's say in the event that this graph doesn't pop up because the window is not adjusted properly. So what you can do is you can actually press menu. So if you press menu and then you go to number 4. So you can go to number 4 there, which is the zoom. So you can just press number 4. You don't have to use the cursor. And then what you want to select is you want to put A for auto zoom. So if you select A, it will auto zoom. So you can just press the alphabet there, and then it will zoom to the graph automatically, like so. So that's a kind of calculator way of auto fit the graph. So, and then what you want to do is if you move the cursor down to the F1 function there, and then what you can do is if you press and hold the middle button, you can actually start moving that function out of the way so you can see the graph like a bit better. So you can just click and hold, and then you can drag the function around so you can see how the icon has changed to a grabbing function. So you can move that around. So I would like to kind of put that here because now what we want to do is, and then you just press again to release. And then what you want to do is we want to find the x-intercepts and also the turning point. So to do that, you want to go back to menu and you want to select number 6. So analyze graph, number 6 there. So if you press 6, then you want to select 0 to find the x-intercepts. So you can see there, you can press 1 for 0, and then you have the lower bound, upper bound. So the lower bound, you want to select like kind of the left-hand side of the x-intercept there. So you, and then you just press the middle button, and then you just slightly drag this. So you see this gray area that pop up. So don't click on it just yet. So drag until you can see that there's a black dot appear. So that's where you want to get the x-intercept. And then you can just press the middle button, and there you have it. You have a x-intercept that's calculated for you. So that's the -2 there. Now you can see that the graph is kind of slightly too much upwards. So we can actually rechange the zoom. So what we can do is we can go to Windows settings there. So you can go to number 1, and instead of the Y min being negative 3.78, which is what I got here, we can change that to negative, let's say -5, like that. So you can put to -5 there and just go to enter. Okay. And then that way we can kind of see a bit better. Um, so you can see there. So you got -2 there, 0. So, and then you can just click and drag and move that to somewhere here. So we can move it there, like so. And then we can find the minimum as well. So you can go to Analyze Graph and go to Minimum. So same deal. So to find the minimum, basically you just first put the lower bound. So you can put the lower bound on the left-hand side of the minimum, press enter, and then you can see the gray area again, like this. And then you can see a black dot there, which will be the minimum. And then you just press enter again for the upper bound. And there you have it. The minimum is at -1, -1. So and then what I like to do is I like to actually move that coordinate point away so it doesn't overlap with other things so you can see more clearly. And then next we can find the y-intercept as well. So let's see. So we want to go back to, so in this case we can go trace. And then we can see once you do trace, so to do trace, you go to menu and you go to number 5. So menu and go to number 5 there. And then when you press 1, so you'll do the tracing and actually you'll show the y-intercept pretty much straight away there. And then you just press enter there and it shows you that the y-intercept is at -0.5. And then the last thing we have is the another x-intercept. So you can go to menu and then you can go to Analyze Graph. Put 0 again, select number 1, and then just choose the lower bound on the left-hand side of the x-intercept there. And then you just slightly drag it to the other side until you can see like there's a black dot there showing 0. and then just press enter, and there you have it. You have another x-intercept there. And then I just like to kind of click and drag and get the coordinate point there. And that's the full graph. So you have two x-intercepts, one y-intercept, and the minimum point. And that's your full piecewise function on the TI Inspire. And then here you can also state what the range is. So in this case, the range is from -1 to infinity. So yeah, so that's it for that question. So basically we can just graph that. So I just bring up the question again. So yeah, that's this one here. And I just quickly share the screen. Okay. All right. So let's quickly graph that. So this one like this, and then this one like this. This is x, this is g of x. And then basically we've got this graph here of x is being less than -1. So that's until here. And this is at -2. And then we've got a minimum point here at -1, -1. And then it'll go up into -0.5 here, -0.5. And then it'll go to until it's reaching 1, which is an x-intercept. So that's 1. And then it'll go up again, like so. So, and that's it for this question. If you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. Okay, see you later.